Hey guys, we get tons of questions on how to treat your mask from fogging up. There's not really one kind of answer for that. There's lots of different little tricks and old school things that we can do. So one of the things to think about is, why does the mask fog up? The number one reason, as far as I'm concerned, why the masks fog up is because the colder water that's on the outside is meeting the warmer air and body heat on the inside. What I tell customers is, if you're on the boat or if you're on the beach, getting ready to put your mask on, that should be the last thing that you do. But before doing that, try to think about, I gotta cool down my head, maybe jump in the water. If you have a wetsuit on, waft some water in there, just kind of cool your body down. I usually just get in and I'll just float around for a few minutes and just kind of bring my core temperature down, and the last thing I'll do is I'll rinse my head and then put the mask on. So think about that. There's that transition of getting that hot out of your body, and try to cool down, and hopefully your mask won't fog up immediately after you've put it on. So there's just a handful of things that you can do to like treat or pre-treat your mask. First thing I tell people, out of the box, take it home, do a little soapy water rinse with some dish soap. Just rinse it, kind of get all the film off, and that usually helps. The other treatment that you can think about doing to help the fogging is along the beach. Really, a lot of places in the world, there's this little kind of fig leaf that's around. In Hawaii, there's an alpaca leaf, we call it. It's a furry kind of leaf, so I'll usually kind of try to find the juiciest one from the bush, and then pick that one. Scrunch it up in your hand, maybe add a little spit, and just kind of rub that on the inside of the lens, all around the inside, and kind of let that sit there and cake on. One thing I tell customers to bring in your bag is some baby shampoo. After you've kind of done your initial soapy water treat, if you're heading to the beach, you can just add a couple drops and spread it around on the inside of the lens. Let it kind of sit there for a few minutes, and then right before you hop in the water, don't wipe it off. Don't wipe any of these applications off. Just rinse, put it on your mask, and go. And put the mask on your head and go. But baby shampoo, it gives like a little bit of a coating if you leave it on there for a few minutes. So this helps with that, keeping the fogging off. Try to get in the habit of having an old school toothpaste tube in your bag, and you can just add a few drops on the lens, spread it around, coat the inside of it. Again, you're letting it just kind of sit there and cake on for a few minutes. Sometimes I'm doing that before I'm going to the boat or to the beach, so it's on there for a good half hour or something. And right as I get into the water, I'm just rinsing it off. I'm not really wiping anything, and then just put it on and go. For some reason, the toothpaste is an old school trick and it works. So try to get used to having that in your bag. Every mask comes from every factory with, say, a silicone kind of factory film on there. They do that to protect the lens. Most masks you'll be able to take this film off by using a lighter. Now, I'm just going to demonstrate how to do that. It's pretty easy. You don't want to keep the flame on the lens, okay? But you want to keep it a little bit off, and you'll kind of start to see that stuff, the heat, just kind of burn away at that film as you go around and around and around. It'll eventually all come off. Again, you want to be careful not to burn the skirt, the silicone skirt. Just add the heat, and that'll usually do the trick. I won't do it all, but you can kind of see how it's done the outline and kind of taken that film off. And then that usually does a pretty good job of helping the mask not fog up. But you can always still use your baby shampoos or your defog solution or your toothpaste or the alpaca leaf as an added kind of buffer before you go dive. But these are great to have. Just don't burn the lens. Don't keep the flame on it. Don't burn the lens. Don't damage the skirt. So one thing I want to say about burning your lenses, if you're going the extra mile and spending the premium for the nice lenses that we have, or we have some masks that have like UV, keeps all the UV from your eyes, you might want to think twice about putting a flame to it. I know people who have done this and actually damaged the lens. The best thing I can tell you is to contact the manufacturer, contact the company, and ask them if you can do this, if it's going to damage the lens. Typically in the manufacturing process, there's layers of film that are pressed into the glass to do whatever they want to help with the UV rays or whatever it's doing. But yeah, I mean, you're paying good money, so you don't want to damage it. So I tell people, just be cautious if you're going to do it. I don't recommend doing it, but yeah, if you want to, call the company and see what they say about the process. So most companies that manufacture dive masks will say that their mask is anti-fog or has some kind of anti-fog property on there. It's been our experience that that's not necessarily true. Most masks will do pretty good with keeping the fogging off for a while anyway. The only true masks that I have come across that will actually keep the fog off is these Cressy A1s. I don't know what they do. I have to talk to the sales rep about that, but I'll breathe in it and just try to heat it up as much as I can, and it just doesn't fog. So if you're looking for a really super nice, not too expensive mask, these A1s, and they come in different colors. They have tinted lenses, black, amber tinted. They're really nice for that. For tropical waters, the amber kind of makes things brighter. But yeah, it's something to look into, and if you come into the shops, we'll have you fit this one on for sure. Hope that helps you guys.